Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
Tuesday, and all of our guests today, including Ian Furness, standing by in Seattle, sponsored by Basant Motors. Check out their 34th anniversary sale happening all month long at Basant Motors. Check out the details online at Basant Motors, BASANTmotors.com, or visit their showroom at 16315 Fraser Highway in Surrey. Lots of activity, sports activity happening in Seattle. To talk about it, we're joined by Ian Furness from KGR Sports Radio and the Kraken Hockey Network. Ian, belated happy Canadian Thanksgiving. How are you?
Very good, and right back at you too. Hopefully the holiday treated you well.
Lovely. I understand you had a turkey on the weekend.
We went. I mean, we went full blown yesterday. We had to pay a tribute to the Canadian heritage. So absolutely, yeah, it was good. It was good. And if you could go 2 Thanksgiving dinners, if you can double up. Oh, I mean, why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah. And Christmas around the corner, so make it 3. And hey,
we'll do that.
Listen, we've talked a lot on this show about how when you're doing your talk show on KGR Sports Radio, oftentimes you won't talk about the Mariners because the interest hasn't been out there. This is only their 6th playoff appearance ever. What about now?
I mean, the city's on fire. It's crazy, Donnie. I mean, in the past, it's 49 years. This is playoff appearance 6. So you have to have that context, I think, for folks that don't understand. You guys understand. You watched it from afar, and it's been tough for Mariner fans. It really has been. In a lot of years, we get to September, and the calendar changes. It turns into football season, NFL, and college, and we move on. The last few years, they've been at least in September, and then obviously this year getting in for the first time in 3 years, and only the second time in the last 24 years they're in. But not only are they in, I mean, obviously what they're doing is, for this franchise, historical, just being 2 wins away from getting to their first ever World Series. I mean, listen, we joke about it all the time. Like, we all know the Canucks haven't won a Stanley Cup, but you've been there. You've been there. You've at least had a taste of the finals. This is an organization that has never gotten past the ALCS, and they're 2 wins away. And with the next 3 at home, they're 2 wins away from getting there for the first time. So you can imagine the city's just having a ton of fun with it. A lot of Mariner talk, a lot of enthusiasm. Everyone is, and I don't say this in a negative way. A lot of people jumping on the bandwagon, which is great. I know there's some people in our business, or even fans. The Seahawks went through this in 2012 and 13. Oh, you're at 12 since 12. Who cares? Jump on, enjoy it. So we're doing that right now.
Yeah. Okay, so I know the Jays are down 2-0. I get that, but do you expect the usual influx of Toronto fans, Jays fans, in Seattle for games 3 and 4 and maybe 5?
Well, I don't think so, but only just because a lot of the tickets for the playoffs, you basically had to buy, like, the script, they call it, right? So all the tickets all the way through. Now, you can make a lot of your money back, obviously, by selling a game or 2 along the way. The game that they would, more than likely that makes sense to sell would be tomorrow, because it's not a clinching scenario. I wouldn't think that would – if they win tomorrow, I can't imagine many Jays fans in the stands on Thursday. But I don't know. I don't worry about it. A lot of people do. I think atmosphere is great. It's like college football. When you play a college football game, there's fans from visiting town and visiting cities in. Seattle's Seahawks fans are notorious for taking over other stadiums. I think it's fun. To me, I think it's fun. But I know a lot of people get bent out of shape down here because the Blue Jays fans come down. I mean, but you guys telling me. I mean, I feel like I've got mixed reviews from how many Jays fans are actually, is BC a Blue Jays province or not? I mean, I work with a guy in Brett Festerling on the Kraken Hockey Network. He's not a Jays fan. He's a Mariners fan. I mean, I hear, from Farhan and others that aren't Jays fans. So you guys tell me, how many Jays fans are you hearing from all the time?
Well, keep in mind that, Ian, all of us have been laid off by Toronto companies at some point during our careers.
Yes.
So I don't know if we're the best people to judge, but no, not everybody's a Jays fan.
I forgot about our friends at Ring the Bell. Yeah, I have my apologies for that. Yeah, I know. I get that. I think, the other part, I've explained it to people down here, when they're losing their mind. I said, I don't know if you want to blame the folks up in British Columbia. They're kind of tired of the Toronto-centric world they live in, whether it's I did enjoy I did really enjoy yesterday some cutaways of the crowd and seeing people wearing like Austin Matthews jerseys. Like at least that those people like they're used to what's going on right now, playoff disappointment, right? Like they're at least used to it. They're like, it's just like might as well just be May, I guess, right? Because it's the same thing we're going to go through then.
One more. The combination of pitching and hitting is incredible. The M's got 4 homers already in 2 games, and their bullpen's only given up 1 run in 9 innings. Like, this is not the Yankees the Blue Jays are playing anymore. What a beautiful combination to have in a series like this. They're doing it all.
Rick, it's for so many years we said what would happen if the Mariners got to the playoffs with the rotation that they have. And the funny thing is the rotation this year, same names, same faces, same players. It just hasn't been as strong in the regular season. Some guys were banged up and injured. Some guys went through a couple little spells here and there and some downtimes. But, the thought of, wow, potentially the best, at least on paper, starting rotation in baseball getting into the postseason would be a daunting task for an opponent, and it's proven to be that way. The home runs are interesting. There's a nerd stat out there that the nerd, the baseball nerds, baseball guy we like to call him has, and it tells you that teams that hit a lot of home runs and are dependent on home runs, and Seattle was number 2, I believe, behind only the Yankees. Now, it's ironic the Yankees are out, but Seattle was number 2 in terms of the percentage of runs that came in the regular season via the home run. But those teams traditionally have success in the playoffs, and we're seeing that right now. You get to the playoffs, shorter bullpens, shorter rotations, better pitching in theory, and so stringing together innings with hits and runs and things like that, playing a little bit more small ball doesn't always translate. For Seattle, they hit the long ball. That's what they do. They do it well, and they've proven that so far in the postseason. So, everything you thought going in is proven to be true. Great starting pitching, bullpen's been lights out, and the fact that they hit long balls and hit home runs has really translated to playoff success.
All right, Seahawks beat Jacksonville. Sure is nice when you can get 7 sacks on Trevor Lawrence. That sure helps. And and holding them to 59 yards rushing, that's it. I mean, that defense was pretty good yesterday.
Rick, what a difference a week makes. I think a week ago we were talking about what's
Ripping
wrong with
them.
the Seahawks defense. Baker Mayfield just ripped them apart, and Mike McDonald is known as a defensive coach, and good for him. He challenged these guys. They're still missing some key guys, Witherspoon and Love in the secondary, but they were great. And a lot of it came from, the first play of the game was a sack, and that was a coverage sack. Trevor Lawrence had almost 7 seconds to throw. And he sat back there in the pocket, and Byron Murphy finally got to him, and that was the first of 7 that you mentioned. They did a terrific job. They'll give up some yards, but not big. Try not to give up big chunk yards. Lawrence looked confused. You don't win many football games going 1 for 12 on third down conversions, but that's what Seattle did because of that defense. And then, Sam Darnold made plays when he had to. The pass at the end to Barner to basically kill the clock and get the field goal to make it a 2-score game was massive. They still have to spread the ball around a little bit more. We saw Cooper Kupp get in the end zone for the first time. Running the ball is still a challenge. But if the playoffs were to begin today, the Seahawks would be the 5 seed in the NFC, but it's a crowded NFC. Like it is, everyone's bunched up there. Like everyone is bunched up in the NFC right now. But yeah, they really bounced back. They'll have a nice test on Monday. They play Monday Night Football against Houston.
Yes.
And the Texans have a good defense, but maybe it's funny. Seattle just keeps winning on the road. They're road warriors, and home seems to be an issue. They're 1-2 at home this year, but unbeaten on the road. So we'll see if they can maybe change that next week. Although what we're hoping for. We're hoping we have a playoff closure before then, because that would also be Monday night, would be Game 7 of the ALCS if the Blue Jays are able to come back.
And what a time for Seattle sports. You've got the Mariners doing what they're doing, the Seahawks. The Kraken are 2-0, starting the season with wins over Anaheim and Vegas. What's your early read on Lane Lambert's team?
Favorites for the Cup, I think. I don't think there's any question about that, right? Get to whatever.
More of a favorite than other teams.
Yeah.
Listen, I wasn't even going to go there today. I wasn't even going to go there.
Don't
but now
go.
You put it, so, has 40 been a scratch all 3 games, or what's the story? Is he out? Is he in Abbotsford? Where's he at right now?
He's playing great.
Okay.
On the ice somewhere.
Listen, it's 2 games. But I can't emphasize how big those were because of what's coming up. They start a 6-game road trip back east tonight in Montreal. It's the Canadiens' home opener, and then of the 6 teams they see on the road trip, 5 are playoff teams from last year. I mean, it's a daunting trip. The only team it wasn't a playoff team last year is Philadelphia, but they go back-to-back Philly and Washington next week. I mean, it's Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto for Hockey Night in Canada. You know, that's I guess a big deal. And then Monday, Tuesday they go Philly, Washington, and just for good measure, hey, on your way back after playing 5 teams, 4 of which are playoff teams, why don't you swing on by Winnipeg and take on the Jets before you come home to take on McJesus and the Oilers next Saturday. So, I mean, we'll find out a lot more in the next couple of weeks about this team, but early returns are good. Decor's been phenomenal in goal. He stole the Vegas game in the first period, and then they scored with 3 seconds left in overtime. Jared McCann, familiar name up north. Jared McCann might be familiar. Scores the game winner against Vegas on Saturday. I said home opener. Anaheim had 17 shots on goal in the first period in the home opener. So they 2 quality wins. Vegas getting a win over Vegas is huge, and we'll find out like I said, a lot more in the next couple of days. But structure seems to be there. Players are buying in. He's holding guys accountable, which is really big, I think, as well. So we like what we see so far.
So much fun down there, Ian. Whitecaps and Lions are doing just fine. By the way, the other team, not so much. We're a little bit jealous. All the best down there in Seattle.
Hey, come on down. Jump on the Mariner bandwagon. There's plenty of room for you two guys, all right? Plenty of room. And remember, it has nothing to do with Ontario, Toronto, or ring the bell, anything like that. So come on down. Hang out with us.
Yeah.
All right?
There's another company involved as well. But thanks, Ian. Appreciate it.
Too many companies.
That's
See you guys.
right.
Talk next
Okay.
week.
No problem.
Bye-bye.